Introducing first, Shirai! Next, Cora, Jade! Raquel, Gonzalez!
What a way to kick off War Games tonight, Beth. How important is the War Games advantage going to be?
Well, Vic, it's not just important, it's a total game changer. I mean, for Kaylee Ray's team, they're going to have an advantage for 3 minutes every time another teammate enters the fray. It's a constant head start. And what that means is that Team Toxic is going to be swimming upstream for the entirety of this matchup.
Yeah, I completely agree with Beth on that one. Listen, it's going to be hell either way, whichever side you're on, whether you have the advantage or not. And I will continue once we get this entrance underway.
And Kaylee Ray!
See, Beth, Wade was afraid of if he continued to talk what Kaylee Ray would do this upcoming Tuesday.
I mean, I can't blame him.
Let's be honest, she's carrying a baseball bat right now, and she's an intimidating individual. And somehow that's ended up in the ring. Don't let that go unnoticed. But as I was saying, you've got an uphill battle from the word go if you have the disadvantage in this matchup, which of course lies with Team Toxic at the moment. The advantage is only as good as you make it. If Team Toxic can minimize the damage they incur in the lopsided portions of this match, survive through until the numbers are even, then, and only then, do they have a chance.
How about Kaylee Ray, the baseball bat? Let's remember, everything inside War Games, it is all legal.
And their opponents, first, the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Jade and Gigi Dolan, and the NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose, Toxic Attraction!
I mean, Wade, we know where your loyalty lies, but some think Team Toxic are the underdogs tonight in the Women's War Games.
Yeah, well, I understand that perspective, considering the fact they don't have the advantage here. The numbers game is going to be against them, but I am yet to be convinced that Team Toxic are the underdogs tonight. Quite simply, Team Toxic run the women's division here in NXT. They hold the Tag Team Championship, they hold the Women's Championship, as we are proudly displaying on our screens right now. And in my opinion, they are far from outsiders or indeed underdogs at this point. They have cohesion, and that can mean everything in a match like this.
Well, I mean, they're putting all the extreme bias aside with Toxic Attraction. They do not have the numerical advantage, again, with the War Games advantage.
And Dakota Kai!
I mean, the scales are heavily weighed on the side of Ray, Jade, Shirai, and Gonzalez, but on top of that, Team Toxic is dealing with a questionable emotion state of this woman, Dakota Kai. And we've seen Kai's erratic choices in the War Games Advantage ladder match put Team Toxic in the position that they're in the first place.
Oh, wait a minute, Dakota Kai realizing that Kaylee Ray is holding a baseball bat. She's bringing out an equalizer.
She's bringing about 15 equalizers. That was a bunch of kendo sticks right there. This one is going to start really, really ugly. And in my opinion, I sang the praises of Toxic Attraction. In my opinion, this woman right here, Dakota Kai, was the MVP of last year's War Games women's match. Dakota Kai, do not underestimate this woman at all. Unhinged, yes. All quality, 100%.
Well, I want to ask you both up front, what's the strategy for both these women and their teams early on? As you can see, both teams entering their cages. There is Team Toxic. There is Raquel, Cora, and Io. And you can hear the NXT universe.
I can't imagine the claustrophobic feeling of that feeling that door shut.
And there you see the 5-minute countdown to the first superstar, which will come from Kaylee Ray's team. Then after that, every 3 minutes, an alternating superstar. But what's the strategy up front?
Yeah, it's quite simple. For the team with the advantage, the numbers game, that's obviously Kaylee Ray's team. It is all about dishing out as much damage as you can ahead of the match officially starting when it becomes 4-on-4. Once you get that numbers game advantage, you have to make it count. On the flip side of that, though, for Team Toxic, that's Dakota Kai's team, the ones with the disadvantage, it's all about survival. Can you make it through to the 4-on-4 part of the match, still standing? If you can do that, you have a chance.
I mean, that's a lot of rational logic, Wade, but I'm going to say Dakota Kai's just throwing strategy out the door. I mean, she's reckless, we've seen her unhinged, unpredictable, as is Kaylee Ray, not afraid to dip deep into the cockles of her offense.
And you're not kidding, Kaylee Ray right off the bat, taking it right to Dakota Kai. And, you know, Beth kind of hinted about it. Dakota Kai is somewhat of a wild card for her team, and she's starting things out here with Kaylee Ray in control.
I mean, Dakota Kai isn't on the same page with Toxic Attraction at all, but we've seen the contention between those three. They don't really know what to make of Dakota Kai reactions. I mean, if you ask me,
nice DDT out of the corner. Kaylee Ray starting to inflict damage early on.
Andy knows it's better to have Kai on your side than on the opposing team.
There it is, 3.5 minutes until the next superstar will enter the fray, and that is not good news for Dakota Kai.
Well, listen, Dakota Kai, as you mentioned, she might be seen as a wild card. She's clearly unhinged. She has been since the beginning.
Oh, no!
Breakup with Raquel Gonzalez, and that was taken to a whole new level since losing to Raquel at NXT TakeOver 36.
There, Kaylee Ray tasting the steel for the first time, but you bring that up, the downward spiral for Dakota Kai. I mean, it began last year at WarGames as a second time Kai sending face-first Kaylee Ray.
But last year at WarGames was the beginning of the rise of Raquel Gonzalez in the women's division here in NXT. It was engineered, in my eyes, completely by this woman, Dakota Kai. As we take another look here at Dakota Kai pushing out some punishment to the scary queen of Scots, Kaylee Ray. Unfortunately for Dakota Kai, Dr. Frankenstein's monster turned on the creator, and Raquel pushed Kai to the side and wanted the spotlight for herself. That is what essentially has caused Dakota Kai to become so unhinged.
Oh, and again.
Come on, let's turn back the clock, and historically speaking, we've watched Dakota Kai turn on her own friends here at WarGames before. I mean, there's something about WarGames that brings out the absolute worst in Dakota Kai.
Yeah, but listen to this. It brings out the absolute worst in Dakota Kai, but as Wade pointed out, Dr. Frankenstein putting together quite the plan in the center of these two rings. And what is on the mind of Dakota Kai? Kai with under 2 minutes. Wade, you mentioned all about survival, because she knows when that 2 minutes are up, it'll be 2-on-1. And look, this is a dangerous type of match, but how dangerous is WarGames?
I mean, everything about WarGames is dangerous. The environment, I mean, the ability to use all of your weapons. And it's steel, top to bottom. You can be very creative in a variety of ways to implement destruction.
And certainly we've already seen Kaylee Ray taste the steel face first, and now Dakota Kai. Bad intentions in her mind. As you can see, her Team Toxic, looking on. And Kaylee Ray able to counter. Kaylee Ray right now, both these women will have to go the distance. One of those three women will be making their way into the WarGames cage here in a matter of moments. But Dakota Kai and a baseball bat. Kaylee Ray! It's all about sacrifice inside the WarGames match.
Just as Dakota Kai managing to build up a little head of steam there against Kaylee Ray. Kaylee Ray back with a vengeance. This is what Kaylee Ray does. She loves smashing things up. Apparently, it doesn't matter if it's inanimate objects or indeed opponents, as we're witnessing right now.
As we mentioned this past Tuesday, Beth, Smash Room, WarGames cage, this is right up Kaylee Ray's alley.
You remember Kaylee Ray calling her shot, essentially. Kaylee Ray put herself on this team. I mean, we saw her come out with the baseball bat, threaten Mandy Rose, winning the WarGames Advantage ladder match, and now taking it to Dakota Kai.
Wade brought brought up the strategy early on, survival for Dakota Kai, but now she has to deal with Kaylee Ray and Cora Jade. And one word comes to mind when you think of Cora Jade. As she gets her skateboard, it's Moxie.
Yeah, I like this creative offense. We're about to see the youngest competitor in the history of War Games. I mean, at 20 years old, you still have your best years ahead of you. You can bounce back. And Jade, innovative right here.
Dakota Kai really going to have to try to crank up her offense, as now you see every 3 minutes an alternating member from each team will enter the fray. And Dakota Kai right now, this is going to be the longest 3 minutes of her life.
This is going to be a miserable experience. It's all about survival, though. Remember, last year, she was the first entrant in the War Games matchup, the most durable superstar in the women's division, in my opinion. She needs every ounce of that durability today, because she is really going to war tonight.
Right now, I mean, Beth, you take a look at Cora Jade and Kaylee Ray working together. This is the importance you were talking about the advantage.
This is precisely where the numbers game come into play, giving Kaylee Ray a moment to breathe, a little reprieve here, and now you're going to see some double teaming. They've got to take advantage of this 3 minutes.
Oh! How about how dangerous the kendo stick is? How about a kick right to the spine? And slow, methodical, but Beth, to your point, Kaylee Ray and Cora Jade have to be loving every second, savoring what they're doing to Dakota Kai.
Not to mention the damage Dakota Kai took just 3 days ago in that ladder match. You can see Toxic Attraction here sweating some bullets, Wade.
Absolutely. Looking in a bit of a mess right now, but it has to be said, that's inevitable. That is the point of the advantage ladder match we saw last week that Kaylee Ray was victorious in. Therein lies the advantage. You know, you see Cora Jade certainly taken under the wing, perhaps, of Kaylee Ray and the rest of her team. Perhaps they see something in Cora Jade, want to help her advance her career the right way, and things are looking really good right now.
And of course, War Games doesn't officially begin until all competitors have entered the matchup, but I mean, Beth, if you were Kaylee Ray and Cora Jade, you'd be licking your chops.
I mean, they're doing exactly what they should be. They're pacing themselves, they're recovering, and they're delivering consistent damage to Dakota Kai. I mean, this is excellent strategy.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Look at the gloating, look at the smiling. This is your opportunity to make this time count.
Really?
Don't start laughing at the other team in their cage, locked in there, unable to help out. Go out and do as much damage as you can to Dakota Kai, because if you fail to do that, you're going to come a cropper.
Oh!
Just like I was saying.
And Dakota Kai, almost an act of desperation. I mean, this was an absolute turnaround for Dakota Kai. Boom! To Wade's point, Dakota Kai was able to weather the storm, and now with just over 10 seconds, things are going to be even out here at 2 superstars apiece. But which superstar will enter the match? And looking through the NXT universe, Gigi Dolan is making her way into the ring. And this is a huge opportunity for one half of the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions.
Well, nobody else has got into this match empty-handed, so Gigi is not about to buck the trend here. Garbage can and apparently a bag.
Yeah, but the question is what's in the bag.
In the bag is my big concern.
It's all illegal inside War Games, but But Beth, this is an opportunity for Dolan and Jane to step up and step out.
Yeah, the quickest way to add credibility to your resume is to compete and succeed in the War Games match. Although you may walk out of this matchup a different person than walked in.
And you got to imagine that this is important for Team Toxic, for Gigi Dolan to string together some offense to allow Dakota Kai to regroup, refocus herself.
Well, here's the deal. Throughout this matchup, it really has been
nasty.
Team thus far of Kaylee Ray and Cora Jade that have had the advantage. You would not know it by looking at the mess in the ring right now. It's all about Team Toxic.
Gigi Dolan talking about evil intentions burning through her mind, as now Cora Jade is going to get caught and get dropped by Dolan. Oh! And all of a sudden, things quickly, in just a matter of moments, Beth, have turned around for Team Toxic.
Well, I would love to see some urgency here from Gigi and Dakota because things are about to swing the other way very quickly. They've got to take this advantage and really grind down Kaylee Ray.
Under 2 minutes.
Cora Jade.
Until the next superstar will enter the fray, will it be Shirai or will it be Raquel Gonzalez? Because those two women are looking on and seeing the complexion of this matchup drastically change at the hands of Gigi Dolan and Dakota Kai. And now in stereo, in sync, Dolan and Kai.
Two alpha females still locked in the cage, one of whom will be in this matchup next. You really can't go wrong, but it can't come soon enough for the team of Raquel Gonzalez et al. Because they are taking a pasting right now.
And guys, it was really interesting to see Dakota Kai and Gigi Dolan on the same page. We've yet to see that chemistry develop between Toxic Attraction and Kai.
Right now you're getting this first-hand look at how quickly the pendulum can swing in this women's War Games matchup as Cora Jade getting her third win in this matchup. And we're going to say this word a lot tonight, survivor. It's all about surviving up front, and Cora Jade laying it all on the line. We're going to see a lot of innovative, unique offense, Beth.
Yeah, I can recall Shirai being created with a trash can last year,
looking for that KL R-bomb.
Oh, no.
Ooh, you talk about a 2-for-1. And think about this, guys. As the clock continues to tick, it's going to be advantage for Cora Jade and Kaylee Ray in just a matter of moments.
The pendulum truly has swung in this one. All ladies seemingly down at the moment. Of course, a lot of damage has already been incurred by four women's bodies, and it's about to get a hell of a lot worse for Dakota Kai.
And Gigi Dolan. Here comes Shirai, Beth, the most decorated women's superstar in this match.
And Shirai has main evented specials against Sasha Banks, a women's champion, tag champ. She's been an unforgettable moment maker in NXT, but most important of all, she's got a fearlessness that you gotta have to walk into a match with this kind of brutality.
Well, she's not walking in empty-handed.
Why would she? Nobody else has, huh? Take some goodies with you.
This is absolute brutality. This is what women's War Games is all about.
Last year, Shirai dived off the top of the War Game structure inside one of those steel bins.
Well, Beth, as you mentioned, when it comes to Shirai, there is no risk she will not take. Oh, no!
Well, that was a risk. Showing off with a garbage can with a furious Dakota Kai in the ring.
Whoa! Did you see the nasty landing for Shirai?
And many wear the wounds of War Games for the rest of their careers. When flesh hits that steel.
We talked about the second and third win, but how about Dakota Kai thriving at this juncture in the matchup for having started this matchup? She changed the whole thing around. I mean, this was welcome to War Games, Shirai.
I mean, and the damage continues right here. Shirai's body crashing against the steel.
I've spoken glowingly about Dakota Kai's ability to absorb punishment. Usually in the ring, the bigger a superstar, in my experience, the better they are at being durable, at taking that punishment. Dakota Kai has a slight frame, but wow, can she absorb a beating, get up, and keep on swinging. Dakota
Kai as tough as they come. Right here, speaking as tough as they come, boom, an elbow to the temple of Cora Jade.
Welcome to the big time, Cora Jade.
Now, Cora Jade grabbed the skateboard immediately, and Dakota Kai shutting her down. But you talk about Dakota Kai, let's talk about Kaylee Ray, and let's talk about the resiliency of these women. I mean, it was smart strategy to put those two on their teams to start them in War Games.
Two of the most unhinged superstars in the division in Kaylee Ray and Dakota Kai. Durability, experience, that is exactly who you want kicking this kind of matchup off.
Oh! And face first goes Dolan, but look at Kaylee Ray walked right into Dakota Kai. Cora Jade trying to climb as fast as she can. Bodies everywhere inside the War Games. Wow!
That's a narrow space there.
Oh, Jade's not done. Dolan! Where'd Gigi Dolan come from?
Turn your back at your peril in this kind of matchup. If you can, keep your back to the fence at all times. It's almost impossible.
When you take a look at all the women that are in this matchup, the one thing they all have in common is a deep-rooted hatred for one another. And Mandy Rose sending out the next troop. That is Jacy Jayne, the other half of the women's tag team champions. And now with Jayne and Dolan, women's tag team champions in this matchup, the nod has to go in favor of Team Toxic, Beth, at this juncture.
I mean, Gigi and Jayne having an opportunity here to level up, step it up. Wow. Things are about to get even more brutal in that WarGames cage.
Let's bring in some more toys as if it wasn't dangerous enough.
You ask, and the WarGames match will answer. What more can these women bring into this matchup? The WarGames cage wasn't enough?
I dread to think if there's anything else sitting under that ring right now, because right now it is a bomb site in there. Utter destruction, chaos. Oh, it's only going to get worse from here.
And Kaylee Ray bouncing off of those solid steel chairs, and we talk about Team Toxic. Jacy Jayne is the freshest of all the competitors. Her and Dolan, Beth, have a rapport.
Absolutely, as tag team champions, they've had plenty of time to build that chemistry, and now you're seeing an example of it right here.
Oh, and a knee right under the jaw could be the knockout blow.
Listen, you make a great point. In my opinion, these two teams...
Yeah, you see Mandy Rose flaunting, but here, bam, Jacy Jayne turning things around in a hurry.
Oh, what a shocking landing for Kaylee Ray.
NXT Universe is splitting. Jacy Jayne mocking Io Shirai.
Caught her own tag partner flush.
But a miscommunication, and now Shirai starting to answer back in this matchup. And look, the one thing we can mention though, Beth, Io Shirai really hasn't gotten out of the gates. If Io Shirai can start to string together some offense like she is right now, she's gonna turn things around by herself.
As there's a reason she's called the genius of the sky. No one is more comfortable on that top rope, or dare I say it, top of the cage.
Oh.
She is a Spitfire.
Oh, my word.
Oh, the feint kick from Shirai. Rose isn't happy. Gonzalez is fired up, and Shirai is in control. And Jacy Jayne does not like the odds, and Beth, there's no timeouts in WarGames.
Nowhere to run either.
Oh, we got a tug of war on our hands.
Well, Team Toxic losing in the tug of war battle. And Jacy Jayne could be moments of being wiped out of WarGames. This is how dangerous WarGames is. This is how unpredictable Kaylee Ray and Shirai were trying to figure out. Cora Jade taking it upon herself. We talked about the moxie of Cora Jade.
Oh, no. Do not do it, Cora.
Jade throwing caution to the wind.
Youthful exuberance. No!
Oh! But you can see on the look of the NXT Universe at what cost.
Yeah, forget the NXT Universe. Look at the faces of Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray. Cora Jade is in a world of hurt. That left shoulder of hers from such a high-risk move from the top of the structure.
And we've talked about the dangers of this sort of matchup is Kaylee Ray right in on Dakota Kai. We talk about the dangers, but again, Beth, just
check out the rotation here. Oh.
This is just Cora Jade trying to prove herself to the other veterans on her team and coming to Cora in the process. A sickening landing. It was bad enough for Jane. Jane hasn't moved ever since, but for Cora Jade, you see her coming down at a horrible angle on that left shoulder. Just 20 years old, the youngest competitor in the history of WarGames. Is this where the matchup ends for Cora Jade?
I don't know how Jade can continue to compete. She can't even move that arm.
Well, as this match is continuing, Kaylee Ray looking on for her teammate, trying to keep Dakota Kai down because only 2 women are left to enter the fray, one being Raquel Gonzalez, the other is Mandy Rose.
We got medical staff wanting to check on Cora Jade.
And Shirai said, I got this.
She doing?
Well, Shirai keeping Cora Jade in the fight with 10 seconds to go.
I think Shirai popped Jade's shoulder back in.
Dr. Shirai?
Well, nonetheless, Cora Jade screaming in pain. That is what happens when you step into WarGames. And here comes Raquel.
Big Mommy cool.
And Gonzalez, WarGames 2020, the launching point in the career of the former NXT Women's Champion.
Gonzalez became the most dominant women's champion in recent history. It all began after her performance at WarGames. She pinned Shirai to get the victory for her team, and many consider that the pivotal moment as a shift in the entire women's division.
Yeah, well, this is the final opportunity now for Raquel Gonzalez and the rest of her team to take advantage of that numbers game. A lot of time being eaten up here with the potential injury to Cora Jade, and now Raquel Gonzalez searching desperately under the ring for more toys to fire into the ring.
And it's important to note, too, is there's that shovel bat.
That's a familiar weapon.
Oh, and there's Dakota Kai. And Kai does not want to feel the wrath of Raquel.
Well, Raquel looking for a little retribution. It was that shovel that cost Raquel Gonzalez the NXT Women's Championship.
And put the gold around the waist of Mandy Rose.
And what a smart move from Team Toronto.
Talk about smart move. Heads up by Gonzalez. And finally, Raquel, Jade, Kaylee Ray, their team is entirely in WarGames.
I would not want to be in that ring right now if I was a part of Team Toxic. The clock is ticking, but it is a long way until these numbers get evened up.
Hold on a second.
Raquel could be looking to take out the trash.
Oh, an act of humiliation. The contortionist.
No. Oh! Beth Phoenix, in your Hall of Fame career, have you ever seen anything like that?
I can say with absolute certainty, never.
And you saw Gonzalez and Shirai, we talked about last year, it was Gonzalez who pinned Shirai. As Gonzalez looking on to Cora Jade?
Cora Jade is in a mess. She needs to be taken out of this match.
That's not going to happen.
To be a distraction to a team.
That's not going to happen, but where in the hell is Shirai headed?
Shirai on the top of the cage with a garbage can looks awful familiar.
Well, Dakota Kai's seen that movie before. Didn't like the ending then. Trying to change it now. Just under 2 minutes until the final superstar, that being NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose, will enter the matchup, and then the Women's WarGames match will officially begin.
This is becoming a scramble.
Oh, no.
6 women balanced precariously. The most powerful of all at the bottom in Raquel Gonzalez. Double powerbomb.
And Gonzalez again with her hands. Oh! On.
Rough landing for Dakota Kai, but...
Well, I don't think the rough landing's quite over, Beth.
Dakota Kai has that look.
Genius of the sky!
Shirai willing to destroy herself to bring a victory home for her team.
And Gonzalez quickly back over to Cora Jade, and look, with all the competitors down, we all know that this match doesn't officially begin until Mandy Rose makes it into the matchup. Is this wise of Raquel after we'll see this Io Shirai moonsault one more time? Is it wise of Raquel to be checking on Cora Jade?
I mean, at this point, Cora Jade may have take a look at this impact from the side again across the chest of Io Shirai, but I mean, Cora Jade could have a separated shoulder, and that's a teammate of Raquel Gonzalez that would leave her to do more on her own.
Well, look, War Games is officially about to begin. Comes the NXT Women's Champion who flaunts her experience, Wade. She's never experienced War Games.
Oh, here we go, and now the numbers are about to be evened up as the leader of Team Toxic enters the matchup. Listen, there's nothing that can match the fear and trepidation of stepping inside this structure, but Mandy has competed at WrestleMania. She's competed in Elimination Chambers, in Royal Rumbles. She is used to the spotlight, the high pressure. That is where the experience can kick in for Mandy Rose.
Yeah, she's also used to targeting an injured superstar.
Come on.
That's about the smartest thing you can do.
Does your arm hurt? Stabs? Does it hurt? Does it hurt?
Mandy Rose just trying to pick up the scraps. Shirai having none of it. And you question unity, you question a team. Shirai, Gonzalez sticking up for their fallen teammate.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that. These teams are polar opposites in terms of cohesion.
This is the scene. Women's War Games officially underway.
Who on earth wants to make the first move here?
Battle lines have been drawn.
For all intents and purposes, it is now down to 3 on 4. What's Kaylee Ray doing?
Well, Kaylee Ray giving Cora Jade the ultimate equalizer. It is on.
Cora Jade looked petrified, but I think Kaylee Ray had good intentions.
Whoa. So much action. Bodies spilling all over both these rings. Cover, and now Io Shirai has to break things up because now War Games is officially underway. The referees are in the ring to count the 3 or see someone submit.
Absolute chaos.
Shirai into the cover off the German suplex, and this time Jade has to break things up.
It could all be over in a matter of 3 seconds. This spectacle continues to unfold.
Spine buster right on the steel chair. And you gotta wonder for a moment, for Kaylee Ray, is Raquel Gonzalez turning things around? How are each of these women gonna be able to continue to compete this late into the game? Is Gonzalez with one arm overpowering Dolan?
To me, at this point, it has to be down to Raquel Gonzalez and Mandy Rose to win this matchup for their respective teams. They are the freshest people in a matchup. They have to make the count.
No way. No way.
You're right, no way. That is the power of Team Toxic and Toxic Attraction. What a cohesive unit.
And now Mandy Rose, Jade, Dolan, wearing down Wade, whom you called the strongest competitor in the matchup.
It's punishment time. This is the absolute smartest thing that Mandy Rose and her ladies can do at this point. Take out the biggest woman in the matchup, the former NXT champion, Raquel Gonzalez. That is the danger.
Rose quickly into the cover, along with Jade. It's somehow Cora Jade breaking things up. And Cora Jade has only one arm. She's got only one arm to fight through War Games.
Only one arm, but a huge heart. Cora Jade putting her body on the line.
That might be the biggest mistake of Cora Jade's short career here in NXT.
I don't like the looks of this.
I hate to agree with Wade Barrett and Cora Jade. If she's going down, she's going to go down swinging for the fences.
It's 4-on-1 here.
Jade has managed to take him out.
And the numbers advantage, just too much, overcoming Cora Jade.
In the den of the Lionesses. Oh! Just catching the side of the jaw of Cora Jade.
This may be it, and Jade somehow kicked out. Rose is shocked. Jade almost shocked herself.
Jade showing that resilience that her teammates knew she had in her.
Jade with just one arm, how is she going to be able to overcome the odds? And now Mandy Rose, again, if Cora Jade submits, this match is over.
Cora Jade needs a bloody ambulance at this point.
No, she got something better. Io Shirai.
Io Shirai with a kendo stick. Something I would never want to confront.
Jade with the steel chair, which it is all legal at this juncture in the matchup. And one more time, Kaylee Ray bouncing off the steel cage. Wow!
Chingona bomb from Raquel Gonzalez.
Oh! Both women, same idea. Taking each other out.
All 8 women down and out now, but Cora Jade stirring.
Jade into the cover. Shoulders to Io. Roman Mandy. Jade did it.
Here are your winners, the team of Io Shirai, Raquel Gonzalez, Kaylee Ray, and Cora Jade.
Well, get Cora Jade some medical attention ASAP, and when that's finished, get her a bottle of champagne. What a shocker.
Well, she's only 20 years old, Wade. It'd be a little bit too early. They can put it on ice for another year. But what a victory for Cora Jade, Raquel Gonzalez, Kaylee Ray, and Io Shirai.